Hello and welcome back to another Space Engineers Showcase video. In today's video, I am once again taking a look at one of your designs that you have linked me in the comments section of one of my videos. And for today, we're looking at another land vehicle, the O.R.E Bobcat medium transport, which is this lovely thing right here. So this is a small land vehicle that is good for traveling from one place to another, carrying a small amount of cargo and perhaps going off to find little ore patches to go and mine with your big mining ships. Pressing F10 and finding the Bobcat in the spawn menu, there it is, and of course it brings up all the SpongeBob stuff as well. The Bobcat medium transport is 426 small blocks. It uses no DLC blocks and no modded blocks, so it's great just to spawn in and go. So we're going to start by taking a look around the outside, and then we're going to drive this around, and that will be it. I have been playing around with this for a little bit, and it's very sturdy. I've launched it off a couple of cliffs, and it just sort of glides down to the ground very gracefully and just carries on with its journey. But anyway, at the very front here, we've got a hydrogen engine, and we can see the moving parts in there, which I do adore on this block. It's a very nice block to look at. And at the very front, we've got 4 little interior lights, 3 spotlights that we can see up there, and a bunch of battered armoured blocks. As we just come up and around to here, we can see some blast door edges, and then inside at our driver's seat, which is the small ship control seat. As we come around to the side, we can see even more battered armoured blocks in the blue and the orange, and the start of many wheels. Just coming all the way around to here, we've got another interior light, a small cargo container for you to put in a tool or maybe some ammunition if you needed it, and a ladder that sits on the side. Now, unfortunately, because of the way Space Engineers works, you can't hang on the ladder while driving at high speeds, which is a real shame. It would be hilarious to have people just to hang off the side of the ladders while you go shooting off into the distance on this vehicle. But unfortunately, it doesn't quite work like that. Yes, this is our little trailer just being covered up by those ladders. So if you wanted to, you could just grind them off and place them down if you needed to get somewhere up high, say if your jetpack ran out. At the very back there, we can see our roof is a solar panel for that nice renewable power. As we do not have any form of reactors on this, it's simply batteries and the hydrogen engines, but batteries are your main form of power. We got a spare tyre on the back, which if you don't know why people put spare tyres on vehicles, it is if yours gets destroyed, you can just place on a new tyre, grind that up, and then weld up your new tyre back to its original glory. We have a connector on the back just to dump off anything you've collected or to load this up with hydrogen, and below that we've got a bunch of red lights, which is your brake light. And just below there as your exhaust, a small ore detector, which is why I said you could use this to go around to little ore patches and mark them for your drill. As we come up and above, we're going to see our solar panel there, which is going to make us a nice lot of power over time. 3 bars already, which is great. You can just see even more battered armor blocks, which does look fantastic. And then over there, a sneaky antenna just to broadcast wherever you are. Now if we were to come inside the driver's seat, there is our small ship control seat, where we're going to drive this thing around. In front of us, a small cargo container for your personal belongings, a programmable block if you wanted to set something up like an artificial horizon, a navigation script or whatever, a beacon sits just below there. We've got a rotor, which is just purely there for decoration, and then on the opposite side, once again, a small cargo container for your personal goods, and a passenger seat. Sitting behind our chairs, we've got an O2H2 generator and a battery, and an unfinished window or LCD screen there, just to add some more decoration. If I was just to come down and underneath this thing, there's not too much else to talk about. The grass is going to be in the way, unfortunately, but that is how the wheels have been set up. We've got conveyors that come all the way along the ship to make sure everything's all connected up. And that's about it. Can take a sneaky look inside in case you're interested. So there's our O2H2 generator to our medium cargo container, along to some more batteries and another container. So there we are, that is that. So it's a very nice ship. It's a very simple, very easy on the block count, but it does look fantastic with that skin and how it's all been set up. But now it's time to get into my character and drive this thing around, because this is where it really excels. Yes, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it's damn stable. So we only have a few options on this thing to play around with. Number 1 is our spotlights on the top. Number 2 is for our interior lights at the front. And coming around to the back, that is our brake lights on and off. Number 4 is for our battery to set it into recharge mode, but thanks to that hydrogen engine sitting at the front there, we can run along with this in recharge. It is worth mentioning that number 4 does only put a few batteries into recharge mode. So if I was to find the batteries in here and click them, you'll see that only the 2 large batteries and some of the smaller batteries will be put into recharge mode. 4 of the small batteries will always be in auto unless you manually change them, so you always have that reserve of power, and you can always recharge your main batteries while driving around with the solar panel turned on. So now we're going to drive this thing around. We don't have a manual parking brake button, but you can set that up if you wanted to. Because do beware, if you're pulling a trailer along and you press P, you're going to disconnect your trailer when you undo the parking brakes. So this is it driving around. We do have limitations on the wheel to stop us from going crazy speeds and losing controls and just blowing up. But we are exceptionally stable, and I'm going to ramp this off the edge here, and we're just going to basically gently float down to the ground and continue on with our journey. So off we go here. We can, if we want to, just jump our wheels. And then we're going to turn around because we've got a gyroscope. And there we go. No problems whatsoever. It is always a bloody good idea to have a gyroscope on a land vehicle. It's something that you don't really think about when you're new to the game. But being able to use your mouse to change the direction of the vehicle, especially while in air, could save your precious cargo. Yes, it's a fantastic vehicle with a fantastic design. Handles really well. It can do some great jumps. It does struggle a little bit going uphill, but then again, that's a fair trade-off considering everything else. And of course, we can always do a light hop to get over a small gap. So the Bobcat medium transport will be in the description below if you wish to download and play around with it yourself. I highly recommend you do because it is a fun little vehicle. And I'll be back with another showcase video some point soon. Bye bye.